Today, the 16th of January, is the Global Access Bars event, which is happening for the 8th time this year. What Business Conversations Shubhika is doing is presenting this entire event to you and its many advantages. Join us as we get into conversation with the facilitators and our one and only happy, wealthy Lily. Hi, Lily.
Hello, Shivika. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. You look radiant.
You look radiant, even more radiant since the last time we got into conversation.
Yoo-hoo!
So we're here today for something entirely different. Today is the 8th annual Global Access Bars event. So we want to know all about it and we wanted to get into conversation with you all over again.
Awesome. And get into conversations with Shivika.
Yes, absolutely.
How have you been?
I have been absolutely amazing.
I wish you all the happiness and all the glory for 2021.
Thank you.
I know
Wish you the
2020
same.
has been such a challenge for everybody.
It has.
So let's look forward to no mask life.
Yes, absolutely. We all look forward to that.
Yeah.
So tell me, Lily, what is Access Consciousness, the bars?
Wow. So access consciousness is accessing your own consciousness.
Okay.
Access is like opening doors to your own self.
Right.
So access consciousness is this huge plethora and body of work in every single area of your life. However, the bars are the first step in access consciousness.
Okay.
So when I ask you, what is bars to you?
Right.
What would come to your
It's
mind?
a blockage.
Absolutely. So we block ourselves, we block our own growth, we limit ourselves, and we are so used to limiting ourselves. No, I'm not important. You take it, you do it. We don't really give ourselves that much credit for anything that we do. And we live in the prison of our mind.
Okay.
So everything we do it from here.
Right.
So bars are nothing but 32 points
Okay.
on the head,
Okay.
related to all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, happiness, sadness, creativity, money, all of those areas that are so relevant in our life, aging.
Okay.
When it's gently touched, those 32 points are gently touched. It's like it gives you a sense of space,
Okay.
total ease. When I say space, what it does is it's defragmenting your computer brain.
Right.
Totally. What happens when our computer goes slow? We look for the files and we say, oh my God, I don't even remember. Where did that come from? I had put this. I don't even require this. You know, we just delete it.
Right.
So here, our own consciousness knows what are those wasted files that really don't serve us.
Right.
So when someone, a practitioner or a facilitator, is putting their hands on your head on those points, those files are automatically deleted. Now, after deleting those files, you have so much of space, right?
Right.
So now you have space. Now, even then there is a choice. Either you can create something greater for your life, or you can keep creating crap. There again is a choice. I would say create greater.
Correct. So, could I say that some of the advantages of going through an Access Bars session would be decluttering bad memories or hurtful feelings, things that you don't need?
Decluttering your mind.
Okay.
It's increase of space and decrease of all the crap.
Right.
It's like upgrading your whole CPU and the monitoring system.
Okay.
And you have a new hard drive, to create something beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of space. So when you have space, you feel very calm and relaxed, because otherwise the thoughts are always running in our brain, and we keep on working towards our thoughts.
Okay.
We actually go in the direction of our thoughts.
Okay.
So we are not really creating.
Correct.
Our thoughts are the ones that are telling us what to do, and we are like slaves.
Right.
That's not required.
Right. So, Lily, since how long have you been a practitioner for Access Bars?
I'm a facilitator.
You're a facilitator.
So
sorry.
I'm certified to give you a class and certify you as a practitioner.
Okay.
So I've been doing this since 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there an age limit to the people that can go through an Access Bars session, or can children also undergo
It's
it?
very interesting that you asked this question. I have a granddaughter. She's 13 now.
Okay.
She is a practitioner since she is about 7 years old.
Okay.
So bars are taught to children free of charge between the age of 7 and 15.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there is the youth, separate class for youth, which between the age of 15 and 18.
Okay.
So that is taught again to the youth as well. It helps children relax. They are always very agitated with their exams,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And there is too much happening in the digital world that they are always
Right.
not with themselves.
Right.
So this really gives them a sense of space,
Right.
space and peace. We have a lot of body work and a lot of stories of change
Okay.
that you will see throughout the evening, where we
Right.
will talk to some of the practitioners
Right.
who have had changes in their life. So you will
Awesome.
see that.
We can't wait.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much for letting us know about this event so we can capture it and be a part
Thank
of
you.
it.
And
Thank
do you
you so
see
much.
this beautiful space?
Yes, I do. It's amazing.
It's like a little mini haven
Right.
in the corner of Dubai.
Right.
I think everyone should know in this
Yes.
beautiful Emirates that this space has been created.
Right.
Look at all the greenery and the
Yes,
sense of space and
it's
ease
peaceful.
and peace.
Yes, it's
exactly.
amazing.
This is what
Yeah.
we require.
Absolutely.
You know, we're
Yeah.
always in the hustle bustle and the happenings of what's going around, you know.
Right.
So let's take a
Yes,
walk
sure,
and
sure.
I can
I'd
show
love to
you.
do that.
And
Yes.
we will also talk to Nabila, the lady who's created this beautiful
Right.
space.
We can't wait. Can't wait to get into conversation with her.
Thank you.
So, have you also taken any classes, any of your
Over
sessions
here?
Yeah?
Yes, I have. Yeah,
Okay.
I conduct private sessions here.
Okay.
There are some beautiful spaces and rooms here.
Mm-hmm.
I conduct classes here as well.
Right.
So, yes. So, here we are.
Hello.
Meet this amazing, amazing, beautiful creator
Hello.
of this
How are you, ma'am?
amazing space. You know,
Welcome
it's
to
such a
this
blessing.
Welcome to this space. I'm honored.
Thank you.
I'm hosting you today.
Thank
and
you.
also very excited.
Yes. Yes.
It's such a blessing that you've
So tell
created
me
this
more
space.
about today. Please have a seat.
Yes.
I will
Thank
tell
you.
you in a little while, but right now, talk about yourself and just be over here with Shubhika. I hand it
Sure.
over to you. Thank you.
you. So have a seat, please. Hi, Shubhika.
Hi, Nabila. I finally have the privilege and the honor of getting into conversation with you. Thank you so much for having us and allowing us to cover the event and be a part of some of the amazing things that you're already doing here. So I love the place. I love the greenery. Tell us more about Just Be, which is your well-being center.
So basically, Just Be was a creation that came from a need of a space that I was looking for so long. I've been traveling. I'm a seeker myself,
Right.
seeker of the truth, seeker
Right.
of myself, seeker of, finding. I'm passionate about how human beings operate,
Right.
and the amount of potential and the richness of humanity.
Right.
And hence, it started with me as a person to look for this beautiful, hospitable, welcoming space to create that safe environment to be self.
Right.
And I've been traveling, been to ashrams in India and Zen spaces in Asia, but I've been living in Dubai for quite some time and still looking for that gem space where you can be yourself, you can be introduced to the work, to discover and unleash your full potential. And hence how Just Be came along.
Okay.
So what Just Be is all about, it's a space to host seeker as I used to be and I'm still, to learn more about themselves. There are so many modalities, so many ways, so many tools that are available in the well-being field, but it can get confusing sometimes. So we offer a safe space.
Okay.
We commit to the quality and the heart-based work with practitioners that are in alignment with who we are, which is human beings that are of service, passionate about what we do. We've been through the journey and we would like to share this by shedding the light because we're still in the journey and we will always be till the end. But the difference is that we've been helped, we've learned through this journey, and now we can position ourselves as people that has a bit of experience to guide the process of others who would like to go for a journey of self-discovery.
Right.
So this place addresses the body, mind, and soul different classes among the weeks, regular classes, be it the regular that you might have heard of, like different types of yoga and Pilates and dance. And so all to do with the body movement to access your emotions, to access yourself and unleash your true self. Or some people are more analytical. So we have trainings, workshops, talks, spiritual lectures to do with understanding how the mind operates and how to basically work and unleash the blocks of your mind to reach out to the full potential of your mind. And even more, the spiritual path that we all are. We are spiritual beings in a human journey, and how to reconnect with the spiritual self and address the work of the soul, the work of the dimension of the heart, to be able to understand who are we, why are we here, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's a space to be. Let me take you through the place and show you around the different spaces and the different work that we do.
We'd love
Come
to see.
along.
Thank you.
So here is a space, the outdoor, where are different meditations, body classes, also talks that takes place. There has been also private events like book launch and poetic talks and so many events that could be related to the self-discovery.
Right, amazing.
And then we have a boutique, so come along. And the boutique is all about having to showcase products that are handmade or that carries a story.
These are all your products?
It's products of facilitators, practitioners in the field of well-being that came up with gems that they have made up themselves. It could be jewelries, it could be different aspects. Like it could be anything related to the sense, so incense, sound healing. So it's basically introducing the well-being through the products variety that is available.
Awesome.
And then we have different rooms. If you can have a look at just the space. This is our largest hall. So right now, as we have the access bars day, we set it up in a way where we can host the event and since it requires massage beds, so we'll allocate the furniture based on the event and the type of event. It could be an empty hall for a yoga class with mats, could be meditation, sound healing, workshops with tables and chairs as well. So as per the event, you can customize, right.
Amazing.
Custom made the interior and the furniture accordingly. So this is our largest hall. And then we have also, it's also a hub for therapists. So we created the concept called co-working space, like that we called co-space by Just Be. And it's basically providing to the therapist, holding the space for our professionals to conduct their work. So rather than having your own office, your own consultation room, you come to Just Be and coexist in our space, and we'll provide you all what you need in terms of venue.
Oh, amazing.
So
Very
this
nice.
is a co-working space. We take care of the lights, of course, the homely, because we also want to stay away from the therapeutical aspect. So it's more of like home. It's a home away from home, where you're not sick, you're just curious and you're excited to know more about yourself. So we take care of the sounds with the water fountain, with the lights and so on, to create that safe space for the person to be herself.
I'm loving the vibe here. And while you're talking, I'm thinking of when I can come here and work with my team. This is amazing.
Please join us. We have so much to capture. When we see how many people came out of this space really, truly in their element, it's the best gift that you could ever witness.
So, Ms. Nabila, it has been absolutely lovely talking to you, and thank you for taking the time out to show us the place. We'll be back here very soon.
And you're more than welcome anytime. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I hope that all of you remember Mary Rose Chambers. She was on the last episode of Business Conversations with Shubhika. And guess what? She's also here today to talk about her story of change and how Access Consciousness, the bars, impacted her life positively. So let's get into conversation with her. Hi, Mary.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Always lovely seeing you. How are you?
I'm good. Very good, actually. Happy to be back here again.
Happy to be back here. So we wanted to get into conversation with you again very briefly and ask you about your experience with Access Consciousness, the bars.
Okay. So when we spoke the last time, I explained that I'd been through some really tough times, in the course of my years in Dubai. So there was a particularly low point where I'd been out of work for some time, let myself go completely. It wasn't taking care of my appearance or, anything to do with me as a person.
Right.
And then I had a brainwave, had an idea that, I thought was worth something. So I got in touch with my old nutritionist. She took one look at me and said, what happened to you? What is this? Like, you're just a shell of what I met before, the person I met before. So it kind of shook me up, and at the same time I was trying to be brave and say, it's hard times, I'm just pulling on through. And then while we were talking, she said, I can't see you like this.
Right.
And she got me in touch with Lily. And I met Lily the next day, and she said, I'm going to do something called running your bars. And I was thinking, okay, this is something new. So she got me on a table, and she started doing her thing, touching my head, and I'm thinking, okay, and then she starts talking to me, and what I noticed was she was asking me questions, but not necessarily to get an answer from me. It was just to create an awareness. And I think you've found out by, talking to them already, that access consciousness, really accessing your own consciousness.
Right.
So those questions were kind of bringing things up in my mind and opening up different ways of thinking. Before I could reach home, I was living in Quain at the time, and I met her here in Jumeirah. Before I could reach home, I got a phone call asking me to come for an interview the very next day.
Wow.
And I got a job, like the next day.
The next day.
Yeah. And it wasn't like the perfect job, but it was a job. And it was something more than I'd had in the last 3-4 years.
Right.
So for me, it was like instant change, Lily always says, it's because you were open and you were willing. But the fact that it gave me the opportunity to open myself up made a huge impact on me.
Okay.
So, I've not been diligent. I've not, religiously done my, exercises and followed the recommended running your bars as often as you can.
Okay.
So I've kind of let myself go again, but I did one session with Lily and I'm back on track. On the next day I'm there creating something new,
Okay.
Got in touch with a couple of people from the UK. So, it's just phenomenal how quickly things change.
Right.
And it just comes down to being aware of opportunities.
That's awesome. Is she going to be running bars in you today as well?
Yes, I hope so. It's like a bonus. Yes.
Right.
And I remember when she was running my bar, she would ask me questions, and then she would anticipate thoughts that were going on in my head, and can you get out of my head? Like, why are you walking through my head? And she's like, I'm not. It's just the awareness that's coming up, And it was literally things that were actually playing on my mind, but she was so tuned in that she could pick them up immediately.
Right.
And then she was like, don't let this stop you, and don't keep these barriers. And so it kind of really opened up a lot for me. And the changes are phenomenal. And like, I think it's Gary who says it, the best thing that could happen is that, you open up to possibilities, and worst case scenario, you've had a good massage.
Right.
So either way you win. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is delightful. We're so happy to be back in conversation with you, and we're going to see you around at the event.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. So stay tuned, because we're going to get into conversation with a lot more people at today's event. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good evening. What is your name?
I'm Inji.
You're Angie. Pleasure to meet you, Angie.
Thank you.
So we're so happy that we're covering the 8th annual BARS event, and I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Go ahead.
Is this your first time experience at this event?
This is not my first time. My
Okay.
first time was a very long time ago. I think it was in 2014.
Okay.
But since then, I haven't had another experience. So you could say it's almost like my first time.
Okay, awesome. So with your permission, we're going to also capture your experience and talk to you right after your session.
No problem.
Thank
Sure.
you. Thank you for getting into conversation with us. We'll be talking to you soon.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, Inji.
Hi.
We're in conversation again. How was your experience with Lily running Access Bars on you?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. As I mentioned, because the first one was such a long time ago, I did not remember. But yeah, it was a very amazing experience. And if I'm going to compare to anything, because I do Reiki,
Right.
it's similar to Reiki,
Okay.
but it's quite powerful, very
Okay.
energetic, extremely relaxing. So I enjoyed it very much. Yeah, very
Thank
enjoyable.
you so much for sharing
You're
your
most
feedback
welcome.
with us. And once again, thank you for your time.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. Hi, Pooja.
Hi.
Thank you so much for agreeing to talk to us and be in conversation with us. So you're here for the 8th annual Access Bars event.
Yeah.
And Lily will be running Access Bars on you. She was mentioning she has also run Access Bars on you before.
Yeah, she
So
has.
what
She
is
has.
your experience?
You know, a couple of times we went through it, and I would love to share that I think it's the best gift that you could give to yourself, because I did run the bars even some time back, and what I saw over the couple of few months when I look back, a lot of things in my life has shifted, has moved in so many ways that I didn't even imagine it to be.
Right.
And it's opened up a lot of new things for me. So I would love to share that so that other people can come and try this. Thanks.
That was lovely. Thank you so much for that genuine and lovely feedback that you gave us.
Thank you.
Means
Thank
a
you for
lot.
giving me a chance to share it.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
so much. So Lily, thank you so much for having us. We learned so much, and it has been delightful to be in conversation with you and to be here at Just Be. It's been amazing. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for covering this beautiful event. Thank you very much.
Thank
Your
you. The
team.
pleasure is ours.
You
Thank
are
you, Lily.
such a magnificent creator, really. It makes a big difference. You connect people together. So you have to see your beauty as well.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.